All right, homies. We're hitting that point. The plateau is coming. I can already feel it. I still have no idea what's left in the tank. But as you could imagine, after the insanity that this entire past week has been, the best training week I've ever had, period, when it comes to just the numbers, the top heavyweights. It's been crazy. In total, I've had 11 lifetime PRs, and I've matched a different PR twice. That's insane. So I've had 13 PR attempts and 11 makes, which is quite the consistency, might I add. And today honestly started off really great. You know, I pulled up, I had a bunch of homies there that were actually Olympic lifting, so that got me a bit extra amped up. My snatch, especially lately, has been getting a little bit crazy, you know? My clean and jerk felt especially good yesterday, which made me happy. My front squat hit a new level, so I wasn't really worried about that. I just wanted to kind of focus one lift at a time, not worry about it. You know me, I'm a new lifter every time I walk in the gym. I take it one weight at a time. Just out of nowhere, this is the track record so far. This is the chronology of this past week. About a week ago, I had my power snatch, power clean jerk day of block 2. I power snatched 265, which was my previous snatch max that I have had for months. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, got to go for 275. Absolutely crushed 275 on my second attempt when I come back the next day. Awesome. Now, several days later, we're back to that same workout, but on peak week. I do not expect anything heavy to happen this week. I've said that every single day, and yet I'm still hitting PRs. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, who cares? But I'm giving it my absolute best as long as my body feels up for it. And lo and behold, I power snatched my max again. I don't get it. And the people I was lifting with told me it wasn't a power. Technically, if this were a competition, it would not be a power. To me, I don't give a fuck. I could care less. In my personal training, it is a power. For me, the act of catching a barbell with a wider, more quad and low back dominant stance that is caught in a position higher than your normal ass to grass, that is the act of trying to enact a power. Up to 255, it was easy. I was killing it. Had, of course, like all good technique, there wasn't a question of power. 275, one attempt, first try making it. I almost fully lost it. Like, my upper back could not hold out on the catch. And I caught it pretty well, and then my upper body shot forward a good bit while I pushed into it. But I maintained that lockout and committed to the catch, and here we are. I got it. The fact that I hit it for the first time in my entire life last week, and now I'm powering it, is insane. Does this mean I'm going to snatch 295 day after tomorrow when I come back from my rest day? Probably not. Just being so honest, probably not. After all the energy I've expended this past week, the fatigue and the plateau is going to hit at some point. My clean and jerk has already gotten to that point. To just save you the trouble, clean and jerk went like shit today. Power clean and jerk has been the bane of my existence this past week. I really like it for blasting the CNS, getting a really nice powerful catch, just like power snatch. I've normally had a very good experience with power clean and jerk versus power snatch. Power snatch is normally my kryptonite, but I've had that swap. You know, it happens when you go back and forth a little bit with what's your forte. And after the 275 snatch, a little bit tired, but I felt fine. It's just the front left delt that I pinched last week started coming back up again. And it's not in pain like it was at all. It's way better than it was last week when I first initially fucked it up. But it's truly just overworked. That's it. You know, it's just I've been doing too much heavyweight for what I can handle. That's it. You know, I barely managed to put up a PR in clean and jerk last week, and I had an elbow bend in it, so it wasn't even really a full make. I tried my best, but my shoulder has been the bane of my existence, and it's just been been very, very tough. I'm going to have to really look into the technique on it because I land so much harder on my left than I do my right. And that might just be because of my left being overworked and already feeling shitty and partway injured. But I don't feel at risk for an actual injury. I just feel sore as shit. So, and I've had great training, and that my clean and jerk form is really good, and my front squat has gotten so much better. So it's just a matter of I got to start prioritizing some split jerk work. I don't do a lot of overhead stuff with clean and jerk like I should, and I want to get better with that. I can't sit here and tell you I'm not so proud of myself because, again, best training I've ever had, ever. And it's felt almost effortless to a point. Like, it's just, the numbers just keep coming, you know? But I know, and I know everybody else who's been through this knows, that you don't just get rewarded in the things that you truly have to fight hard for, you know? I have put my heart and soul on the line for this sport. My hardest, absolute effort possible. And some days it's not enough. A lot of days it's not enough. But some days it finally pulls through. And even just because I don't think of the future and I accept every day as a good day or the best day that it could have been because I give it that maximum intensity, brother, man, I'm in shambles. I am in shambles. I'm so tired. But I've earned it. You know, I've put in the effort. I've put in the work. You don't appreciate things that are just given to you. I was never given the sport. I was definitely never given mobility. I was never given proper form. I earned those things. And even like on days like today where I'm super tired and my shoulders are fucked up, I had a lot of really funky clean and jerks. I was not catching my split jerk well at all. Vice versa to yesterday when I easily split jerked 315 off a thruster, you know? Some days it's there, some days it's not. And that's how it goes, unfortunately. But I think a lot of it's because of so much high impact on it. That's definitely a part of it. My bench has not been feeling great. So I got to take it on the chin, you know? Just because we're hitting a plateau does not mean that we're not making progress. It just means that we're going to get to a point where if I max out day after tomorrow and I somehow hit 345 on a clean and jerk, cool. I'll take it. But I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to put my body at risk. I have done well above and over beyond the moon when it comes to the effort and the goals that I've hit this past week. I could care less if I can't even snatch when I come back. If this is the end of the program, it's the end of the program. At the very least, regardless of what happens on my heavy snatch and clean and jerk day, I am fully planning on maxing out my squat and bench because those are very peaked right now. Extraordinarily peaked. It's been insane. And truthfully, all this is done because on power clean and jerk, before I ramble off on whatever, none of it really felt good. I did 295. The lockout's there. I had a lot of shoulder movement because I didn't split my feet hard enough. I didn't fully commit to the dip and drive and allow myself to fall underneath it. But a lot of that is because of the lack of stability in my shoulder. You know, that's predominantly it. So I really want to get that confidence back. I did do 315 today. I did match the PR again, just like last week. This one was a lot harder than last week, for sure. My shoulder's been really bugged. I don't even know if I'm going to do a heavy clean and jerk this week. I might just keep it light just to keep it safe. The moment I feel anything remotely to what I'm feeling right now, I'm stopping. That's for sure. That's no question. I have to. You know, I have to prioritize my health. Because when I'm done with this program, I'm going to take a couple days off. I'm gonna actually relax for once before I come back on a new program. Because even though this one went so well, that does not mean we're going to remain on it, you know? And by the way, of course, it's just my fucking luck that 315 didn't record. I hit the record button. I sat in front of my phone for like a whole 30 seconds, stretching my legs, looking at it, setting up the angle. The moment I get up to walk away, I don't know what happened. I hit something. I may have hit my ear. I don't know. But it stopped recording immediately as I walked away. It is what it is. That shit doesn't really bother me anymore. I know I hit it. I know 315 went better than 295. That's the only thing that really pisses me off. I wish I could see it. But I know that it also, even though the technique was better and the commitment was better, the strain on my shoulder is still real. So even though this program has gone so well and I've never been so strong in my whole life, it doesn't mean I'm going to continue training this way. honestly, the fact that I've hit this many PRs is a big telltale sign that I'm about to hit a major block in this kind of training, a major roadblock. I have been doing no volume, super heavyweight, super go to whatever feels comfortable for a top max out every single day, no matter what, because I can listen to my body. If I need a really light day, I take a really light day. Like, even though it's my max out day next time I come in, it might just be a deload. I don't care. Like, I'm just going to take my time and do it at my rate, but it's still a lot. And even though I feel good now and I don't feel the full brunt of what it could be, the risk is continuing to stack. So rather than being afraid of this plateau that is inevitably coming, because the plateau is inevitable, I'm more excited to start anew. Start with something fresh. Start with something with, again, zero standard behind it. That's my biggest goal. I really want to just start getting accustomed to switching programs almost every time I have a successful one, so that I don't feel the need to hit a heavier weight the next time I do it. Like, because if I do the same program again next time, there's not a high chance that I get any sort of PRs until peak week. And at the most, it might be at the very end when I go for my top max out day, and it might be, I doubt I'd PR after how well I've performed. You know, I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to stress myself on that. But this shit's been crazy, dude. I could never have imagined making this much progress. I don't expect it to happen, but if it does, if I hit 345 clean and jerk and 295 snatch, somehow, you never know, I'm going to give it my best, that would be a 20-pound PR on my, a 10-pound PR on my clean and jerk, but I didn't actually hit a lockout. So if I lock my elbow out, it'll be a 20-pound PR for a lockout on the split jerk. And on snatch, that'll be a 30-pound PR in one training cycle. And that's just, that's insane. It's abysmal. It's out of this world. It's extraordinary. I can't believe it. So I'm going to take it with stride, but I'm also going to learn from it and not abuse it. I'm going to abuse it while I'm committed to it, but once I run its course to the highest of its ability, I'm not going to go crazy injuring myself just for the sake of hitting another heavy number next time. It's not worth it. My left delt is literally clicking because of how much work it's had put on it. You know, it needs a rest. I quite frankly, even though I'm at a peak, like, I doubt I'll take that long off, but I'll probably take a solid 3 days off at the gym after my next max out squat bench day. Because the weights have been so easy on squat and bench, I fully plan on hitting a 500 squat and a 365 bench for the first time ever on both. And if there's more, there's more. You never fucking know. I might go heavier, but I don't really like rushing max outs, and I'm just going to have fun while I got it. That's all I know. But one way or another, I think the next step is going to be moving. I was talking to the Olympic people today that were at the gym, and something that I know, I tell you guys all the time, programs never stay the same. What I tell you guys is perfect right now is not going to last. I'll switch back and forth. If you can naturally adapt and listen to your body and listen to what you think is going to be best, what gets you the most passionate every day to lift, that's how you make progress. That's how. It's not, you can write the most perfect cycles, meso cycles, heavy, PR cycles, deload cycles, whatever. Regardless of that, if you can naturally adapt to what your body needs every single day and truly listen to it when it needs it, I think that's where you make the most progress. That raw sense of trial and error. So I think that after doing so much heavyweight, like I maxed out every day for a week and I went 11 out of 13 for makes out of my PRs. That is fucking stupid. So I think when I come back, it's going to be a lot more of a volume-based program. As much as I despise volume, I'm committed to finding a way to make it fun, Like, right now, I have the most fun not knowing what my top set's going to be for whatever top singles I've been doing, and not going over a set of 3 on my squat and bench because I hate doing any. And again, even though I hate it, I would do it if it worked for me well. My knees and my joints just get hit in such a horrible way when I do like sets of 4, 5, and 6 I don't know what it is, but that time under tension is just not good for me. And you could say that there's a way to do it and I'm just training wrong, but it's not what gets me excited. So I don't care either way. I have no idea what I'm going to do. You know, I have a lot of ideas. I really want to think hard and long about it. I want to, you know, embrace every perspective and thought that I have over the next course of probably the next week until I get back to it. But I can totally see myself like, I really don't even know. Like I'd love to just see like how many singles I could get in a row, you know, like do like, very minimal resting, like just choose a weight like every single week and just go until I can't, go until I'm numb, you know, like week 1, 205, week 2, 245, week 3, somewhere around 90%, maybe more. I don't know, but just doing as many singles as possible until I burn out. But I know that that's also not very optimal when it comes to my fatigue. I don't know how that would work on technique conditioning day because I already have so much written down right now. But I think the program might be completely different next time. I can definitely see myself and believe I'll come back to this program after I have time to get some good volume and lighter weights in and some time off in general. But I really want to like have days where like my front rack on split jerks is horrible. I would love to get more stability in my split jerks, just hammering in as many singles as humanly possible. You know, just doing whatever I can to really hammer it home, you know, do what I got to do. But I'm not going to overthink it right now. I'm passionate right now. I'm excited. I'm thinking a lot about the future, but I like sleeping on this feeling. You know, I don't want to write anything down right now. I just want to think, have a lot of good ideas. We'll get there when we get there, you know. But physically, even though power snatch went so good, power clean and jerk definitely tanked me a lot. So it can be, it's crazy because I PR'd again, but it's really only at like I can't give it more than an 8.65. It's so weird to say that on such a good day, but a lot of it was mental. My snatch just feels peaked. I think that I've just been ready for this weight, and I finally earned the chance to do these weights without being limited in this specific lift. Clean and jerks definitely aren't going that way, and that's why I'm so down physically. But it is what it is. You know, we're doing our best. Mentally, a flat 9. Just we're right on that good area. I feel great. I'm having a great time. I'm disappointed that my shoulder hurts, but I got to take it on the chin. I got to be proud with what I've done, and I am so excited to make a next step. I honestly want to cut the program now, but I know that that would be such an injustice to, one, the commitment I have for it, but two, making sure that I hit that last bench and squat max, because I've been really holding off on those, and I want them so bad. So we'll be back day after tomorrow. I got to rest tomorrow, but let me know how your lives and life's been going. I love hearing about it. Thanks for hearing me ramble. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.